My resume is real enough for 2 millennium. A better way to make a way, stop defending them. I meditate and moderate all of my wins again. I'm hanging on the fence again. I'm always on your mind. I put my lyric in my life.
Check it out, check it out, check it out. This is So Sundays, episode 6. With your host.
Yeah.
6? Yeah, we're 6 already, bro.
60. Yo. That was a nice intro. That was real nice.
Well, we got Curtis here today with us.
Yeah.
Curtis and Nick. Nick will be on here later. But so
I got a question.
Benton?
No, not Nick. Benton.
No, behind you.
Oh, I'm about to say
behind you.
Are we? Is this going to be episode 6 or episode 2?
Well,
whoa.
Hold on,
confused.
Hold on. Actually, this was episode 2 because all the other episodes before this were kind of garbage. So we're gonna start over from scratch.
We're gonna start from 4.
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna start.
down with that.
Yeah,
we're gonna start from 4 or 5.
We can save those for the archive.
Yeah, we'll save them for the archives.
And we want to provide quality to you guys. We don't want you guys listening to bullshit.
And you can just drop one of those for like say if you want to drop 2 a week and you here's one for the holidays.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, take it or leave it.
While y'all eating, y'all take Thanksgiving food.
Take it or leave it.
Listen to his bullshit.
But,
hater love
your
it.
guys'
On top.
What's good? What's going on, guys?
Your guys' weekend, Saturday specifically. How about that?
Well, my Friday night I was out in Cincinnati game. Fucked up.
Oh, you went to Cincinnati with Chris and them?
Yeah, man, got toasted.
How was
I
that?
feel like Chris and them go to Cincinnati every fucking weekend.
Yeah, they went the weekend before. I couldn't make it.
I went with him that weekend. It was fun.
We got smashed.
I got faded that night.
We ended up me and one of the Bengals players. He bought us like 10 shots.
Word?
I
saw that.
Hennessy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Big dude. I'm talking about this dude. The size
it wasn't
of this,
perfect. It wasn't
it's
perfect.
fucking the size of this room.
Yeah. No, I met him. We met him last Friday.
Oh yeah, it was that same dude.
Yeah,
because he was
Chris
talking.
Snapped me.
Chris
he
was
snapped me
talking about him.
The first time we met him, they didn't know if they're gonna get cut or not.
Oh yeah, and he made it.
Then they made it.
He was
Yeah,
geek. Bro, he
yeah.
bought like 10 shots.
I wish I was there. Yeah, he probably was balling out.
Yeah, he was easy. Buying all types of girls' drinks and stuff.
All right,
I'm like, oh,
I got a
man.
question though.
He had on a shitty polo though.
What's the difference between Cincy and Columbus? Because I haven't frequented.
All right, this is what I was in when I was their culture. I feel like they're more dense than us.
What do you mean by
Not
dense?
bigger, but just more dense.
Yeah, they're compact.
It's a
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it seems like they have more culture than us, but it's not that. It's just that it's in one tight knit area. Versus ours is just spread out. So it looks like we have none.
Throw an MLB and an NFL team in Columbus.
Is the bar scene down there sweet?
It'll be Cincy. Yeah.
It's
all right. Actually,
decent.
it's not
It's not
sweet.
like
It's not sweet.
it's not ours.
It's all right.
I think ours are better.
Ours is
better.
nice.
I think ours is better.
We have more options. I feel like.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I think ours is better.
Any of y'all been to Cleveland before?
I fuck it. Listen, I love my state. I've been here a lot. I hate Cleveland.
I hate
You
Cleveland.
hate Cleveland? Bro, honestly, I think it's just because I had never been to Cleveland before. But when I went down there, I thought
I'm going next week for the Cuddy concert.
Oh my God!
week after, I'm
No
sorry.
way! Can I come with you?
He's still performing.
How much is his tickets?
Let's go. Yeah, he
Lord
just
have
went on
mercy.
tour. His last tour, he had a mental breakdown. That's why he's already canceled the whole tour.
Oh yeah, that's right. He went to
Shit.
rehab and shit.
Yeah.
That's when he went to Drake or Drake went to him.
Yeah,
Drake took a shot at
yep.
him.
Drake took a
Yo,
shot at
Cuddy
him.
and Kanye back together.
Ooh,
They're in the
nice. I
studio.
don't know what just happened.
They're in the studio.
That's
together.
good to hear.
That's why I respect 2 Chainz, bro. My man done broke his leg, and they
he
like,
still
bro,
performed. Yeah,
He
he
out
was
there
still
in the
get me a
wheelchair
nurse
and
in a
shit.
wheelchair.
Yup,
We ain't
yup.
stopping this.
But
Okay.
shit, man.
All right, hold on. We got to get through everybody's weekend because
Yeah,
we.
so-
Yeah, for sure.
Me and Bashir
We're together. Yeah, we're
So
together.
should we just talk about that?
We could talk about that.
All right. Saturday was very entertaining.
It's a lot better than last Saturday.
Yeah.
A lot better.
You know, me and I don't know if Bashir remembers this or not, but we had a deep convo with 2 of our good friends.
We did.
Wasn't the sex convo. It was
I
the
love
other
the
one.
sex convo.
That was a funny convo.
That was a very good convo.
Yeah. We won't get into it that much, but
Y'all some
because I don't want to put them on blast. But no,
Wait a minute,
we-
what are these childhood friends? I don't.
we've known him for like 10 years.
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
10 years?
And y'all bumped into him?
No, we linked up with him.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, we had a convo. It was about an array of things, man.
Shit, it wasn't a lot. Yeah.
We started with religion, and we're not gonna bore you with
We went
religion
into
again.
politics.
Although religion was great, politics a little bit,
Yeah.
and I like hearing politics is always like a touchy subject with some people.
Very touchy.
I like talking. I like talking politics. I like hearing people's different
opinions.
opinions about it.
Politics just gets so boring, It just goes in a circle.
Here's my thing. The only reason I say it doesn't get boring is because I just like hearing people's different outlooks. Because politics are kind of a reflection of who you are. whether you like it or not. It kind of
You
is.
think? I mean,
I think no. I
I
think
don't think.
Why not?
Why
Not a
so much?
reflection of
I
who
feel like
you
you
are.
just like the people. I think you like the expressiveness that people gives, not the actual
Exactly.
politics.
I feel like
here's
first
the
of
thing.
all,
Yeah,
in
go
this
ahead.
country, there's only 2 parties, so you can't really
Well,
say.
well,
by
Yeah,
choosing
it's,
one.
yeah, you
But
can't.
hold on,
it
hold
ain't
on.
teams.
Do you guys
Yeah.
subscribe to an actual party though? Because I don't.
I
I'm
mean,
saying I go issue by issue. I
But
don't
you
go
know,
off a
it's
party.
only a 50-50 choice. It's not like
That's true.
yeah. So
It
That's
is only
true.
50-50.
Well, we need more parties. That's a
we
fact.
do need more parties.
We need more parties. That's a fact. All right. So, but we talked about a bunch of things. We had a great time out and about. Day drinking. We drank all day long.
that's good. Shit, you want to know what my weekend was like?
Yeah. Tell
Dude,
us.
I didn't go out with y'all niggas because I was like, fuck that. I want a night in by myself. So we kicked it. Homies Nick, Cassie, Kyle came through, watched the game. We blew them niggas out, but we should have beat them by more.
We were
We struggled.
we
We gotta
look-
talk
we
to-
look
First
like
of all,
ass.
OSU sucks, bro. We suck
Oh,
right now.
shit.
We're not.
suck.
We don't look
He's
good.
starting
We're
off.
not good.
We don't
We're
look good. We don't
But-
look good. Period.
JT boy.
Look, hand the football off to the kid. All right, Dominus.
Yeah, J.K.
enough with the-
Rowling.
enough with the
Dodge
I'm
bullshit.
just gonna recap on his stats because I did look it up. I think it was 17 carry, 172 yards.
That's his fire.
Hand the
Whoa.
kid the ball.
That's fire.
It's not that.
He said, "Hand the kid the ball."
It's not that
Give the nigga the
difficult.
ball.
He got squabbles. That's the thing. He has
Yeah.
squabbles.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's not quantum physics, dog.
shit, honestly,
Hand it off. Like,
yeah, OSU sucks. We suck.
We
But
just
shit,
suck,
after
yeah.
the game,
Yeah.
2K came out earlier this week.
Oh
Nigga,
shit.
I was on that shit all night. Didn't go to sleep till like 4 a.m. for real.
Oh man.
Yo, you remember how like when you're younger, you'd watch movies with like the blanket covered all the way over you? Like,
Hell yeah.
I came in here. Actually, I stayed here last night. But like 11 o'clock in the morning, I got up, knocked on this nigga's door. He was awake, but locked his door. He was not getting out of bed.
oh,
So I
no,
walk
no.
in this nigga's room. Nick, you watched that? Nick, you saw that touchdown?
All right,
My bad.
focus.
My bad. But this nigga was just rolled up, wrapped up, legs just hanging in there like this. Like 2K, looking at me. He's like, oh shit, you caught me, and I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, what are you doing?
I should've-
What
I
you-
very
he
cute.
said,
It
what
was
you
very
doing?
cute.
I
He
should
said, "What you
have
doing?"
locked. I should have locked that door.
You
huh?
should've locked that door. You should've locked that
Hey,
door.
that's what I'm saying.
I was
He
afraid.
said,
I was
he said
afraid.
legs up in the
Yeah.
air.
I didn't know what was gonna happen when I opened the door. Honestly, I was like, "Shit, should I
Shit.
knock?" I was like, "Fuck."
Hey, you
this.
know when there's nobody here, bro, I'll be walking around butt ass naked, like hell yeah,
disgusting,
bro.
disgusting.
Nah, of
Very
course.
good information.
No one wants to
Yeah.
picture you naked, bro.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does. Stop telling
You're
people.
gonna
So-
Picture it now.
so-
I know I
so-
am, and I don't want
Hold
to.
on, let's wrap this up. Let's move on to the topics now, though.
yeah.
All right.
So, first topic of the week: Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli. That
So
dick.
apparently,
Fuck him.
this man was sent to jail for asking his 70,000 Facebook followers, and telling them that he would pay $5,000 in cash just for a lock of Hillary Clinton's hair.
Bro, you can't do that.
Very stupid.
Very fucking
He's still on
stupid.
trial,
Very
right?
stupid.
You can't do that.
Is he still on trial?
At this moment, I think was he in trouble for something else before this?
This is the same dude.
But I wonder what they could like. What is that charge?
Oh, I read it. I forget.
He's a
Yo,
threat.
look it
Like
up.
he's just a
It
threat.
has to be a threat.
He's a threat to just like his community.
You
just
can't
in
say I'm
general.
gonna pay you for.
And she's
cutting
and she's
someone's
a
hair.
former.
And that's like a hitman threat. It ain't,
Yeah,
it ain't
yeah.
like he said, "I'm gonna go do it." He said, "I'm gonna pay somebody to go
You,
do
and
this."
you don't know who, like they're crazy ass people out there. You don't know what they can
And especially
do.
if you say $5,000, man,
and you already
anybody
know
can see that.
Hillary Clinton's a
$5,000.
controversial
I'm cutting her
person.
hair.
This dude, see, this dude has 70,000 followers. So obviously, like, one of those people is crazy enough to do that shit.
I mean, he's morally just a shit person.
And on
He's-
top of that, what's the how do you?
Why?
First of all, how would you know it's her hair? You gonna take it and snap a picture of her bald spot and then be like, "Bro, I got you."
Yeah. You have to like record it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
now how you gonna do it?
saying.
Now you got to multitask. Now you got to record
They gonna
it.
shoot your ass down
real quick.
If you even got close to
Oh yeah,
her
she
head.
gets Secret Service for life.
Yeah, she's straight.
She's former first lady. So look, come on.
I heard that she's like really bad right now, like because she had a bad fall. You know, she old, like she fall and cracked her head.
Wait,
Like
what?
cracked her head?
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Like ever
I didn't
since.
even know that.
Yeah, man, that's a.
Damn, that's why she
She was
lost
saying that's
the
why
election.
she's different.
I mean,
yeah,
this
bro.
dude. I got a big problem with anybody who's gonna jack up the price of an AIDS pill.
That's what-
13.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
why
got
he's a
the
fuck
numbers
nigga.
right
It's
here.
not Hillary Clinton's hair. That's
got
why
the
he's a
numbers
fuck
right
nigga.
here.
$13.50, like
So check this.
$13.50.
Yeah, so
pill.
he
Two,
boosted the
$7.50.
he boosted the price of AIDS medication 500% from $13.50 to $750 a pill. A pill. That's just more.
Wait.
A pill.
It went
bro.
from $13.50,
which is already expensive. But
Yeah.
to what?
$750.
a pill.
Is this true?
This is
This
a
is
fact.
true.
Yes,
This is facts.
a fact. Yeah.
He was in
It's
trial
facts.
for that, right?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No, he didn't. You're allowed to do.
He owned the rights for it, so he
You're
can
allowed
do it.
to
He
do
owned
that.
the.
He's just. a
Oh, that
dick
was
for
the
doing
one
it.
dude who was talking about buying the Wu-Tang album.
He did buy the Wu-Tang
He
album.
did, and he played
Such
it.
a fuck-
He's a dick though.
He's such
Like,
a fuck nigga, bro.
I seen him on Breakfast Club. He's a dick.
Yeah,
like he
dude.
just got a
Yeah.
dickhead way about him.
He's got a
Yeah.
face you want to punch.
He does.
Didn't I hear that he was about to drop a mixtape too?
I don't.
No,
I think
You
he. I,
didn't.
no, I didn't. I might
But
have made
why,
that up.
why would he think
I would hate
you're
that.
not? You're gonna lose so much money because nobody can afford that, my guy.
Well, people are gonna die too.
Yeah.
Well, rich
No,
people will
actually,
Someone's gonna go in debt
Actually-
trying to afford it.
So I heard
Well,
that.
yeah, rich people.
Are you talking about the AIDS medication? Or are you talking about the album?
The AIDS medication.
Oh, the other talking about the Wu-Tang album. So this man just recently put that shit on eBay. It's on
something
sale. Yeah, for $2 million. They're bidding on it right now. The bid's at, I want to say, $1.5 million for the Wu-Tang album.
That's dope, though.
Really?
You know what? I love how RZA did that. He only made one, so that like it gave you the power. Like, do you want to spread this to the world, or you can keep it for your
He's-
own memory
It's
bank?
smart as
That's
fuck.
wild.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like a
It's
painting. You know what I'm
genius,
saying?
bro. It's like a
it is
Basquiat.
yeah, it is.
You
Yeah.
holding a Basquiat right now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's dope.
that's super smart, man.
Niggas are smart.
RZA's a genius.
I hate him.
bro.
I wish it wasn't him though. Fuck that nigga. Man.
Yeah,
Martin
bro.
Shkreli can eat a dick.
And I feel like he just bought it just because he was like, I don't want nobody else to have it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't care about it.
Literally,
I just don't want nobody else to have it.
I don't think he fucks with
Isn't he also like on social media? He's like constantly trolling like political figures and just like all
He-
politicians
He's
and
a
stuff.
fuck
I don't even
nigga.
follow that.
It's a fuck nigga that has money.
I haven't heard his name until y'all just brought it up since the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
That's it.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah. Next topic.
That's crazy.
iPhone. You know, iPhone had that.
I'm Team Android, so I'm gonna sit the fuck. back.
I don't even know what this. Please explain what the 10
So-
what the 10 is or the X is. The
So
X.
iPhone, I feel like Apple in general, they had their little press conference last week, and they came out with news on the new iPhone 8, and they have the iPhone 8 Plus, and they have the Apple Watch Generation 3,
Okay.
and then they also have the iPhone 10, which they
Yeah.
call it the iPhone X,
X,
because you know it's Roman numerals and shit.
Roman numerals.
It's the 10-year anniversary of the phone.
But the thing is, like the biggest, like I guess like what everybody's talking about is the price of the iPhone X, and it's fucking $1,000.
They want you to spend a rack, bro.
$1,000 for this phone.
Even without a contract?
Yeah, I mean, they don't do
Yeah,
that
like, you
contract.
know, like-
You're allowed to buy phones without the contract.
I mean, you can, but
Yeah,
like you
gonna
know,
get stroked.
Yeah.
Okay.
now they have
No
that like,
Vaseline,
you notice
buddy.
that now they got
Shit.
that like pay when you go, pay as you go shit.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh,
You're
okay.
paying off a phone.
Yeah,
No,
matter
your bills,
yeah,
your
yeah.
bills
you
gonna
got
get
bills
extra
for a cell
$100.
phone.
Yeah. Can we talk about how expensive cell phone? My cell phone bill was $135.
Man, I watched this fucking- My cell phone bill is $119.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And then
Fuck that.
extra, you want to now you got to pay extra
you
for
can
the
pay
phone.
extra for the phone.
Exactly, bro.
Every
But that's so
month,
crazy,
every
bro. It's only like that because we make it.
We
like
make
that.
it like that, yeah.
You know how much diamond? I mean, I just watched that whole thing. It's like this main mineral in phones is like Tarzan.
And that shit comes from the Congo.
Come straight from the like they walk on it all day, and it's like it's so abundant. They just snatch it all up, bring it over here. Like, hey man, it's
Yeah, flip
shiny.
that shit.
You want it?
That's actually weird. I saw that in a documentary.
I just watched that documentary. I can't remember the
What is
name of
that?
that
Yeah, what is
documentary
that? What
either,
is
but I
that?
just
Living?
watched it too.
Look,
Netflix
we already
with,
know
Netflix?
the entire continent of Africa is just loaded with like natural resources.
Yeah,
That's how you notice the motherland.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
That's the
Start of human
motherland, bro.
civilization.
I mean, but actually,
It's amazing how
Are-
much stuff is over
are
there,
any of
bro.
y'all getting the new iPhone at all? Not
No.
the X, not the X.
Hell no.
The new one, maybe.
I might get the X.
Man,
no,
I-
I'm not getting the X.
It's
You
so
about to get the
crazy.
X?
I'm gonna find a way. Don't worry.
The
about it.
facial
I'm not spending a
recognition
bando.
on the new one is
Yeah.
Nuts. Yeah.
insane,
That's
bro. Like
And
they had the dude talking as the emojis, and the lips of the emojis was
That's what
moving.
they
the
got now,
eyebrows, the
yeah.
eye. I'm like,
That
oh,
shit is
nah.
sweet,
You
though.
can
That
add
shit is
your
That
sweet
shit
as
is
fuck.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Wait, can I just say something though? Did you guys watch the Apple Talk? Like the guy who introduced it. I miss Steve Jobs a lot because that guy was.
Yeah, he was
not-
kind of.
He was
His
lame.
jokes
Not-
was shitty.
They were terrible. I felt like I heard
His
crickets
timing was
chirping in
off.
my
Yeah, his
mind
timing was so off.
when the in the background,
Man.
everything was. It was
It was so
uncomfortable for
off.
me. I just wanted to say that.
Man,
I might get it.
It was.
All right,
off.
That shit is
Steve
fun.
Jobs.
Yeah, word on
you really
that.
about to get that?
You know,
I'm gonna start dressing
I'm
like Steve
I'm
Jobs.
Oh, with the
I'm tired of
turtleneck?
fucking buying
Turtleneck?
outfits. I
Let
just
me-
want to buy one
all black
outfit.
Let me
turtleneck,
put this
just
shit in
dress like the
perspective
Simpsons.
to you, bro.
Alright, hit
Since
me.
I got some notes now, you know, we trying to do this we're doing
Yep.
this shit serious.
Yeah.
So the iPhone 8, that's a waste of money.
That's the 7.
I'm gonna say it's basically the 7.
Okay.
So wait. They dropped 3.
They dropped 3.
Yeah.
So the iPhone 8, this is the features with it. It has a wireless charger, 12 megapixel camera. It shoots in 4K video.
That's wild.
It has like better speakers. I think they're like 30% better than the iPhone 7. It costs $700
Okay.
for a 64 gig,
Ooh.
which isn't like too bad.
That's
That's
not
like
bad.
the
That's
standard
not
cost
bad.
for
Yeah,
like
That's
yeah.
expensive as shit. It's just
That
not too
is.
bad. to what we're used to.
Compared to other shit.
So the iPhone 8 Plus wireless charger, dual camera. So like they have a new feature called like the portrait mode or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
What does
kind
that
of
do? What does that do?
No, we have the 7 has a portrait mode too.
What is portrait
What is
mode?
it?
It's in the iOS. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's like
Explain.
It blurs,
so it takes like it blurs the
out.
background.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like,
you can
Oh,
do-
like a DSLR camera.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's no more DSLR cameras.
It still has the home.
There's no more cameras
It
necessary.
still got the
after
home
these
button
phones.
on there. It still got the
The
home button on
zooms, bro.
Yeah.
there. So it still has the home button on there.
I need a button on my
you
phone.
need-
I
that's
need
what
at
I
least
do.
one.
That's
bro.
why I don't want the iPhone X, bro. It has
I need
no
a
home
button.
button.
It's the facial
It's gone.
recognition.
Like if I'm
Open it up,
mad,
right?
if you mad at your phone, like you can press that bitch. But if it ain't nothing to press, you just look at it like,
This
Yeah,
is
you
how,
know,
this is
skip
how the
that bitch
portrait
across
looks.
the
You know when the
water.
power
This is how the
button,
portrait
you know when your
looks.
phone
See how it's
shuts
blurred
off
out?
and like you hit the home
Here.
button on the
That's a
7
7.
or whatever, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't,
yeah.
it won't press. You be getting mad as fuck, bro.
But that's something to press.
Yeah, I mean, fuck that, bro.
It's nice. It's nice.
Like that
dope.
should be getting
the
me
camera
pissed
on the
off.
X is a lot better too, right? They have
But
2 cameras.
honestly, like after going through like all the features, I realized that the iPhone 8 Plus is basically the X.
Oh, really?
It's basically
the
the
8
X.
Plus is X,
It's basically
Minus
the X
the
minus
facial
the facial recognition.
and like the sleek look.
Yeah.
What do you really need the facial recognition
you
for?
don't.
But to
You
just
don't
be a
need it.
dick.
Just so you
Yeah,
have
it's
it.
like, hey,
It's
this is how I
uh-huh.
open my phone.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that because I look at my phone just to see the time. So if I do that, it's gonna open. I don't want to open my phone. I was just trying to look at the time.
Is
Like
that how
if
they
I-
do
you
it every?
just go
Oh,
like
that's how
this.
it does.
Yeah.
It opens it up, right?
So as soon as you look at it, it opens.
it will unlock it, right? I don't. want
That's
that.
kind of annoying.
I don't know
That
if
is
I
kind of
want
annoying.
that. Is it a side thing? A side button?
But yeah.
I don't know if it's a side button. That opens
No,
it
there
up.
is a. I
mean,
think
fuck
you got
you
to like
guys on this
literally like
iPhone.
tap it or some shit. That's weird.
I don't know, man. My phone's working right now, so we're straight. Wait till
Right.
I lose this shit, then I'll think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about a new phone once my old one starts.
I'm not a phone
Fucking
dude.
up.
I'm gonna ride this bitch until it fries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what it
care.
is.
Literally.
As long as
That's
it's
real.
Texas calls, I don't give a shit.
Like
Same.
the
I'm,
X-
I'm an old
we
person.
need to
with phones, bro.
detach from phones. Period.
We do.
Bruh, this is why I love hiking. Cause when I go hiking, it's
yeah,
just a
no
big
service.
X. It's just a big X on my phone. I get scared for like the first 30 minutes. Like, oh
You just
shit!
forget-
Like,
Bro,
what if
this
something
bear about to
happens?
come and eat my ass out,
Let me tell you something.
When you gonna eat your
when I
ass
went-
out? Pause.
Look,
bruh.
Whoa.
I be getting so
Pause.
scared, bruh. Bears will eat you
Pause.
ass first.
Do they
Really?
eat ass
Wait,
first?
is
They
that
eat you
fact?
from the legs first. Yes,
So
bears
damn.
start
So you
from the
literally
bottom
get
up.
your ass eaten by a bear,
Easy.
and then you're dead.
easy.
That's a
That's
bad
a
way to die
shitty
too.
way
Hold
to
on.
That's a
Question:
bad
Where
way
do you
to
go hiking at in Ohio?
Oh, you
There's
can
a
go to
lot of
Hocking
places.
Hills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go down in like Old Man's Cave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That shit is like
Luke,
15 miles.
when it
You
comes
can
to-
get deep
when
down
it-
there.
when-
I ate an edible and went down there, bro. I was on.
Yo, I gotta introduce my coworker. He be doing that.
Fuck yeah.
He has a nice spot.
yeah, when it
Off
comes to
trail.
detaching from phones though, it was when we went to Chicago and I lost my or I didn't lose it. I fucked my phone up, but I went a whole weekend.
You're just so free.
And I mean, people were like, "Yo, weren't you afraid being in Chicago, big ass city with no phone?" But it was like, I'm with my friends. I'm in this beautiful city. I don't really need a phone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
really
that bad at
don't,
all,
bro.
bro. It really wasn't bad.
And it makes the connection so much better between your
people.
friends because it's like I don't know if I'm gonna see you again.
Especially in Chicago.
So let
Chicago-
me talk to you and
Chicago,
enjoy this a lot more versus I can just call your ass anytime I want,
Shit,
text you anytime I
especially
want.
in fucking Chicago. You could have ended up in the South Side and never seen you
Yeah.
again.
Alpha's smart enough not to.
And on top of
Smart
that,
enough,
man,
smart enough to do that.
I'm smart enough not to venture past the downtown.
On top of that,
Yeah.
I was listening to this podcast talking about just he called it the infinite hum. Like we don't realize that's what the deprivation tanks is. Like when you go down there and you lay in salt water,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
just
yeah.
blanks out. Like you can't hear nothing. We don't realize that we sleep in a constant noise all
yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
That sounds
From your
scary.
Wi-Fi, your Wi-Fi is on. You can hear every frequency going on at
Your brain-
all
your-
times.
your
When your
brain's
phone,
computer.
you can hear your phone.
That's true.
You might not notice until you focus, but when you turn it off, then it's like you hear a little something go off. But when you get in a deprivation tank, it cuts. It's a sensor. There's no sensors.
That sounds scary.
I wanted to get really,
That's why I want to do it so bad.
I want to
That
do it. You
sounds-
want to do it? It's Groupons.
Yeah, they got
Groupon.
one in Cincinnati.
There's a deal. Oh, they got one here, like down the street.
Oh, they do
They
got one
Groupons,
here.
bro. I got you. We're gonna spend like $15 and do it. Let's do it.
Let's go next weekend.
I'm with it.
All right.
We're gonna get fried before.
Shit.
You don't smoke.
Well,
I'll eat
next
an edible.
topic.
Okay, we can do that.
Everybody here listened to the Billy Davis album
I
that
did.
Alpha sent out.
I
The Billy
did.
Davis
I
album was
did.
pretty
I'm
dope.
sorry. I'm out of this one.
Loved it. I loved it. Oh,
I have
Sumie.
nice.
Yeah, Sumie
Yeah.
get on. Sumie
Sumie
get on.
about to get on
Sumie.
here.
Sumie, yeah, Sumie fucks with this.
But yeah, this album, incredible. Can we go as far to
Yeah,
call it
it's
incredible
called,
or?
Incredible, man.
It's called A Family Portrait by Billy Davis.
But
Yeah.
you know what's ironic? Did you guys read up about it? Because I was like so curious because it was such a positive album. So I'm like, he must have been really close with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the story is he didn't have a good family. The whole album is dedicated to how he created his own family, which is his band.
Really?
Oh,
The
okay,
Good Lord.
okay.
That's his band.
I didn't even
Wow,
know
hey,
that.
look at you
Okay.
researching
I
this shit.
did.
Okay.
That's
but
dope.
he grew up, his dad passed away, and so his mom raised him, but he considers his band his siblings.
Mhm.
So each song is dedicated to how he basically constructed his own family. So
That's
it's
dope.
supposed to be
Fun.
meaning from what's coming from nothing to something by creating your own family, because it's not always blood is thicker than water.
That's dope.
You know,
That's
sometimes
very
That's a
it's
really good
slippery.
message right
All right,
there.
so that is an amazing message.
So
Yeah.
those of you guys probably don't know who Billy Davis is.
Oh my god.
So he's a artist from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, he's from Australia.
He's from Australia,
Okay.
bro. Australia's taking over.
Australia.
man.
There's a lot of people coming out of Australia, right?
Yeah.
my favorite band on the planet right now is from Australia. Itis Coyote.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's your favorite band right now.
I think you could
Or
say
is-
they're my favorite active music. Period.
Okay,
right
there
now.
you go.
But yeah, what's your guys' favorite songs on that album?
I like Golden.
Not Polite would be my favorite, but
I was saying, I would go as far to say Goldfish.
Mhm.
Goldfish, that's a standout. I think that was one of the singles that.
Oh yeah,
they
with
released.
Denzel Curry.
yeah,
He's a good.
Yeah,
Oh.
Denzel
I like it.
Curry's
He has a
dope.
good
That's
voice.
too.
That shit was fire.
Oh yeah, no. Ball and Chain and Postcards.
Ball
Those
and
were
Chain
good.
Postcards,
Postcards
was
is
the
great.
most R&B sounding song, because everything else sounded very like neo soul and
Yeah.
very
kind of those are
jazz.
interchangeable. But
Kinda
yeah, I know
jazz,
what you, yeah,
yeah,
a jazz
like-
infused type of sound.
Yeah, but that one was very like 90s R&B type, like what I picked up on that one.
Yeah, that album was incredible. Is there?
No Longer Lovers was good.
No
Yeah.
Longer Lovers.
That was my
nice.
favorite.
That was the
That
first
was
one I
my
downloaded off it. I didn't even download the whole album. I like listened
So
to it.
like, I'm always amazed at like these people's stories. I did not know he lost his a father.
Yeah, where'd you read that at?
I would
'cause
like the album
when
a lot
he
more
played.
now.
So when Alpha was talking about it, I listened to it. I was like, this is such a feel good album. Like I want to know about his life. He must have a great family and must be close to them. That's not even the case. That's so crazy to me, but it's such a positive album.
I like that outlook. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Billy Davis, Family Portrait. Do yourself a favor, listen to that album.
Yeah.
Dope.
Also, another thing that's dope about it is like all of the artists that are featured on there, all from Australia, man.
Denzel Curry from Australia.
He's
Except
not.
for minus Denzel
Okay,
Curry, of
okay,
course.
I was about to say,
What was the guy we were talking about?
Jace
XL.
Jace XL.
Yeah, Jace XL.
Is
Yeah,
that
he's
somebody
dope.
that we should definitely?
Yeah,
or
we
I
should look into him.
I've been looking into him.
Need to.
We'll definitely look into him. But like Alpha said, overall, really dope project. You can check it out on Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever the fuck y'all niggas listen to music these
Just
days.
loop through the songs too.
Yeah.
Just listen to
It's
them.
feel good music. You'll
It's
enjoy
dope.
it.
It's fucking fire. Well, anyways, the next topic of the day is something interesting for y'all. I think Sumie has a list of questions that we generated off of some website Bashir found for us.
Yeah,
What was that website called? It was
I
like,
totally forgot. I don't know. I
It's-
googled it.
it's questions that women always wondered and they always want to ask men. So we made Sumie
good
go
ones.
through all the questions and like find
That's
her
some good
favorite ones, and she's gonna ask us.
Yeah, some of them I was totally biased and I picked through because some of them were like, you have to know the answer
Stupid.
to that.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Like, okay, just an example. Why do you take so long pooping? I wasn't going to pick that one because that one is just...
I mean, everybody.
My shits are. Everybody takes a long
Nah.
time taking.
You know
no.
what
The
I'm
thing is,
saying? Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the actual pooping.
It's what
That-
you do on your phone.
I'm
when
just on
you're
my
I
phone,
poop for
yeah.
like maybe 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like
Then you're just sitting
Snapchatting,
there.
Candy
Yeah.
Crush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alpha likes to release his solos, so...
Yeah. No, I'll be
Single.
singing when I shit.
Do you?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, that'll be released on YouTube later.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I'm
joking.
gonna
Oh, Alpha shit.
Nah, I mean, it's gonna be. It's
I'm
gonna
just
be.
fucking with y'all.
Yeah. I'm gonna release an EP. I'm gonna release an EP. We're gonna keep it short. But yeah.
We won't ask you what inspired it then. 'cause
Yeah. No, my
we wanna
shits. My fecal matters.
know. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
So,
We're done.
anyway, so I picked my favorites from it. The ones that I feel like universally most women would want to ask. Not clearly you can tell someone's not into sports or you know what I mean. Those
Yeah.
I kind of
Mhm.
avoided. But so the first one is why do you cup your balls so much? So when you're talking to someone, and it doesn't necessarily I take it as cup in an aggressive way, but maybe adjust. Because it's very
Shit.
hard as a
I-
girl to look at you in the eye and then briefly look down.
Do you know how uncomfortable balls can be?
No, but that's
We have
that's
something
what
to
you gotta
hang
adjust.
us.
enlighten
You have-
us.
yeah.
We don't have dangly
Yeah,
body
yeah, you
parts
gotta-
other than our boobs.
Yeah.
You gotta adjust.
You always adjust,
bro.
and
Like-
then you just learn. It's like you just learn that, so now you're just covering it. Like you would adjust, but you don't have to.
Honestly, it's like it's the same reason why girls grab their boobs. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you're in an awkward situation or if they're very uncomfortable,
Okay, but how often do you see a girl just grab her boobs while she's talking? It's not an awkward situation.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like half. It's like half. Like just letting my nigga know that I'm still here. So I'll like
hold on.
Yeah, like I'll adjust them.
Is your
like,
nigga your dick?
It's not just my balls. It's everything that moves. You feel me?
Yeah, you gotta adjust.
So I'll just move. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. All right, you leaning over. All right, let me switch you. Oh, you ain't comfortable right here. Let me get you right here. It's just all day. It's an all day thing.
When you're just talking to girls in general.
I don't do that.
I don't grab my dick when I'm talking to
Do people do that?
Yes.
I've never done that
before. I don't know. I'm the type of person that looks you in the eye when I speak to you.
Yeah.
But
like a normal functioning human being.
But if you are going to legitimately grab your sack while I'm speaking to you, I don't understand how I can just look normally.
Sometimes I don't know.
Do it in a polite way, like kind of just Oh no, it's awkward either way.
Because if I was talking to you and I did, and you guys can't see, but just it was a fun
that'd be
weekend.
weird. That's very weird. That's very weird.
You're gonna wonder, like, what are you trying to do?
Shit.
But that's what I'm saying. That's equivalent to, like I said, if we're talking about hanging body parts, that's the only part. Hopefully, that's hanging off a woman, but you never know.
I mean, these days you never.
I don't know.
I'll be watching porn. I'll be seeing some dangling vaginas these days. You know what I'm saying?
Dangling
vaginas. Like Hope Solo.
Yo, Sumie.
Whoa. She got like.
Hey, Sumie. Next question. All right.
Next question.
I just wanted to say this is a funny story about that picture. I sent it to my friend Emma, and she goes, "Why did you send me a pug's mouth?"
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Shout out to Emma.
Lord have mercy.
Shout out to Hope Solo. You were a phenomenal goalkeeper all these years. We do not mean to be disrespecting your labia.
It's her fault. She put it out. Actually, no.
It's not her fault.
Someone hacked it. Someone hacked it. My bad.
Okay, this one I was. Actually, no. Let me back up. This is the next question. What percentage of your female friends do you want to sleep with?
None. If they're my friends, I don't want to fuck them. Period.
I beg to differ though, because I've heard, and I'm not like pointing fingers towards anybody. Just being around guys a lot, I feel like I do hear, I'd totally.
Nope.
Hit it if she threw it back.
I don't do that.
I think if that's the case, then they're not really their friends.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a tier.
Okay.
There's like levels to this.
Okay.
Well,
that's what I'm
like
saying.
if she's a really good girlfriend, I'm not gonna.
And on top of that, man, it's the human anatomy, bro. We got emotions that flow all day, every day. You can't turn this off and turn this on whenever you want. Mm-hmm. Some things just click on that you can't help because the age that you're at, the mindset, the place that you're at in life. Mm-hmm. So you might not look at her like that right now, but then later on, you like, all these other girls is birds, and she's like
really cool.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you like, oh fuck, I'm starting to like her.
What's
the
opposite of birds? I want to know.
What's the opposite of birds?
A good chick. Birds is like, oh, you a bird, you're a duck,
you're a bop.
A bop.
Yeah, a bopper, chopper.
Okay. So the next one I wasn't a fan of, but I think there's going to be two sides to this. Okay. So I don't like this question, but I wanted to ask it.
What we got?
Why do you always seem to be so drawn to women who are dramatic?
Women are dramatic.
I think every woman.
Yeah, well,
all girls are dramatic.
Yeah,
all girls are
and it's not being like sexist. I think if she's really into you and she cares about you, she's going to be dramatic.
Yeah.
So that
just take notes, Stress.
I've always been told that, bro. Like if a girl's ready to cut your throat because you doing something that she love you, it's when she go like, where you going? Like, oh, I'm going out. Oh, okay. Then that's when it's like, she don't give a shit no more.
I'm going to piggyback off that. And I always say that it's not, I don't think any scenario is 100% true. But if someone in a relationship isn't craving a little bit of attention, they're getting it somewhere else.
Exactly.
I promise.
That's fact. And that goes both ways, too.
Yeah, that's what
that goes both ways.
I promise you that's the case. Okay, that was a pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie though, some dudes actually get some. They just are attracted to like crazy. But actually, I think that's more so on girls because girls be seeking danger in like relationships.
Bad boy.
Like dudes don't do that.
It's two parts to that because the crazy part it feeds to the guy's ego too. Because it's like, oh, she's just into me.
Oh, she won't
and
be
you
this
can take her, and you're the only one that can take
until she like burning your socks on your fucking bathroom floor. Then you're like, oh, I can't handle her.
But the girls that have the most drama, we have the best sex with them.
They're the freakiest. They're the freakiest.
I don't know.
What do you mean? You don't debate. They are the freakiest.
I'm kind of on Bashir's side.
Okay. Yeah, right?
It depends. Okay. All right.
Just so willing to do literally anything just because it's you.
His eyes when he says this.
Just because it's
all right,
you,
you winning me
though.
over. You're winning me over. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was like, no, I
I-
like fuck with chill girl.
Until
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fuck her over, and then she throw your Xbox down the stairs, and it's over. Actually,
swear to God, that's not me.
Well, then act,
No,
Tris,
I would
Tris,
never
act
do
right
that.
then.
That-
No, no,
act right
no.
then.
That shit
That's my
never. That shit
lifeline.
never happened to me.
That's
That's
not-
that's
act right.
personal. I just felt bad for that nigga to the
I think
point
I
know
where
what?
I
You
threw
know
a
had to-
pillow.
Hey, the thing is, a lot of guys,
Okay. I did ask that question. I said, "What would you do if I threw your Xbox out?"
What were you gonna say, Bashir?
a lot of guys make girls crazy though. You know, when we say, yo, she's so
Agreed.
drama filled and shit.
Agreed.
We're doing it.
Something's
Agreed.
happened
We're
in
stupid.
her past. Something screwed her
Yeah.
over in the past for her to be that.
Most
fired
likely
up.
guys, though.
Yes, 100%
Yeah, 'cause,
guys.
I mean,
Hate when-
girls
Actually,
aren't
nah,
gonna do
I'm
that.
saying.
You can easily combat for other girls, but not for
Yeah.
guys to do that to you.
I say
I
if you
so
go into a
agree.
relationship, forget everything in the past. Stop judging. Don't compare me to the nigga you used to fuck. All right, I'm me. I'm not.
As
him.
long as you don't carry that.
I
baggage.
agree, but I don't agree because some things, some barriers keep you safe from past
well,
events. So
that's-
if you
okay,
feel a
okay,
nigga
okay.
beating you up,
That,
and you
All right,
kind of
all
see
right,
it
now
since
you're
it coming
talking
up,
about-
you
yeah.
feel that coming.
He's
You
right.
know how
Yeah.
that. You know how that's
Yes,
gonna
he's
go.
You
right.
have
That's
to
human
raise your
nature, though.
standard.
I get
You learn
that.
something from each of your relationships.
Yeah, that's
You
human
raise
nature.
your
That's just
standards.
human nature.
Yeah.
But
You
notice-
adapt. You're
You
adapting.
notice
You
like
learn. You
back to
learn.
like what he said, like the
Adapt and
girls
learn.
that let's say they were dating some dude that was like aggressive and like did beat on
Mhm.
her. Why is it that they always tend to go back to the same dudes?
That's a good question.
'Cause
though.
I'll say something though, and I'm guilty for not living by it, but I think the smartest thing that a girl told me is keep your standards high, but not always your expectations.
Oh, I got
I think
low
when you
expectations. Okay. my
Well,
bad.
not that you should have low expectations.
No,
I
break
have
that break that down.
Yeah.
Standards meaning, I mean, and I don't know how she described it, but I feel like the difference between is if you hold your man for every little thing, hold them accountable for every little thing, you're
Yeah.
never going to be happy.
Mhm.
But your standards should always be high. You know, check mark. You're doing something in your life. You're ambitious. You
Mhm.
love me. You're going to care for me at the end of the day. You're going to come back to me. That's standard.
Okay.
But
Aw,
but expectations are more so you're going to make sure that you send me something if I'm sad that day. Something little. It's something, it doesn't have to be high expectations, but
I feel like that blends together. That last part that you just said,
you can care for someone without having to
without materials.
without material.
Yeah.
Like materialistic things are expectations. They're not standards.
I agree.
I think
I
that's
really
an
do agree.
expectation.
All right, on to the next question.
Okay. So
That was a good one.
That was
this
a good
one's
one.
kind of funny actually. So if your mother started an argument with me,
I
the
like
girl,
this one.
whose side would you be on?
Definitely my mama.
My mom.
I
Sorry,
came
I'm
from
on
my
I'm
mom's.
on my mom's side.
I honestly
But I'm laying in the bed with my girl tonight.
Ooh. Well, here's the thing.
I'm not going to sleep with my mom,
hold on.
guys.
That's subjective. Like, it depends on what it's over. If your mom was wilding, you check your mom. Like,
Okay.
yo, you're wilding.
I'm
Yeah.
just reading the question, but
I'm gonna just say y'all both wrong and y'all both right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
don't
I'd
think you
be
should
two-faced.
disrespect either woman in front of each other.
Oh no,
Oh,
no, 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 no.
You can, and I know this sounds shady, but I would more be pleased if you were to tell your mom she's right in a separate room and tell your girl she's
Yep.
right.
That's what.
I'm gonna be.
That's what it is.
I'm
That's what it
saying.
is. That's
That's
what
I'd
it
be
it
is.
needs to be.
two-faced as
You
fuck.
go to moms.
Yeah.
You go to
This
moms
is
and
the
be like,
right
yo,
time
this is
for
my
you
wife.
to be fake. If there's
Yeah, I'd
any
be
time
fake
you
as
can be
hell.
fake.
You be like, mom, I'm married to this woman. You're gonna have to respect her. But then you
Actually,
leave
I
the
wouldn't
room.
even say that.
No, you do.
No,
And you
you
leave.
don't.
Yo, you go to your mom. Or you go to the girl and you be like, yo, don't be acting like that in front of my moms.
No,
You know that's my mom's. Chill.
I think you got it
Come on.
backwards. I'd be like, if my mom went off on Sumie for a chance, I'd be like, Sumie, come on now, come on, you're right. And then,
I
and
think
then,
you can tame a girlfriend a lot more than
Than
you
your
and
can.
then, yeah,
I think so.
and then, like, obviously, when we leave the
I
room,
think-
and then I'll
No.
be like,
Well, to be
I
honest,
think-
because
think-
I would look at it. It is, but I would rather.
that's a
If
foreign
you really
thing.
think I'm right, yeah, I think it because in my mind, yeah, it is a foreign thing because if you're gonna disrespect your mom in front of me, it's gonna make me look bad.
Oh
too.
yeah.
So I'd rather behind closed doors you tell me if I'm right or wrong, versus you going against me in front. I would just rather you agree with your mom, get it over with. Behind closed doors, it can be
I'm kind of with Curtis. I'm not agreeing with shit. I'm like, yo, leave me out of this.
I'd actually probably just be like, y'all both are bugging. Y'all both are wild.
relax.
Shut the
Yeah,
hell up.
Both are
I'm
right,
with
y'all
that.
both
Yeah,
are wrong.
I'm not doing nothing.
I just don't
Right.
think disrespecting either of them in front of the other.
You
is
know what
not-
happens when you do that though? Then they both gang up on
Oh
you.
yeah. But I would take that. I
I'll
would
take
love
that.
I
I'll take
want
that bullet.
Give me
Because
the
I
heat.
know,
I'll
I
take
know
the
y'all
heat.
You gotta
both.
be
I
man
know
enough.
both the women love me.
Yeah.
You feel me? They not gonna beat me
Yeah.
up. They gonna really go at each
Each other,
other.
yo.
The anger comes from love.
Like your mom's not gonna disown you, and your wife's not gonna leave you.
well,
So
your
my
wife
wife
can't leave
could
you.
definitely-
I mean, she
leave you.
could. I mean, she's not gonna leave. Hopefully, she's not gonna leave you.
I will say though,
Yeah.
it is a foreign thing because I would never want my husband to disrespect his mom in front of me because that just, again, I think it is a foreign
I don't even know if that's foreign. Like, and you shouldn't. I don't. Do you ever remember like seeing your friends disrespect their parents? And you're just like, bro, what are you doing?
That's most of my
Okay,
white
the most
friends.
awkward is
Yeah, that
when
is white
they're
friends,
when
but-
your friends' parents are disciplining them, and then they're yelling at their parents in front of you. You're like, are you kidding
Like, are
me?
you really
Yeah,
talking
no.
back
That
to
would
your
have been
mother?
a pan up my ass.
But my thing is, it's like, yeah, sure, you're gonna get your ass kicked by your parents if you talk back, but it's just a respect thing. That person brought you into this world. Like your father.
your father.
Your father.
Y'all got me.
Your
Y'all
father.
got me.
Alpha's
This
back to
nigga-
the whatever.
Yeah, this nigga think he from New York.
I want to be from New York so bad, but
Got 3 niggas from New York in
yo,
here.
hey,
I'm about to
Shout
get
out.
this man some
Okay,
Tims for
great.
Christmas.
Tim's in the fitted.
Actually, that'd be
The
hard.
NY hat and everything.
Yeah, that would be hard.
We'll
But
get
no,
rid of
but
Alpha's
yeah, hold on.
LA
Can I make my
Dodgers.
point?
Yeah, go
Can
make
I-
your point. Make
yeah.
your point. Make your point.
I mean, you come from the bottom of your bottom of your father's ball sack. Your mom took
Why you gotta be at the bottom?
because
Can we-
that's what
I know. Can we be the top?
Yeah,
of
I
it?
was at
Can
the
I be
top.
the top of it? I know. A
no,
bottom.
but
Yeah,
I
can I be in the
was at the
middle?
top. That's my
Can I be
fucking
in the
point.
middle?
My point is, your mother gave birth to you. Why
Yeah.
don't disrespect your
Don't ever
fucking
Swallow
disrespect
the
your
rest
mother.
of your siblings.
Whoa.
Can we say this? Like, can we say this?
All right. Hey,
No.
I did
okay.
not come from the bottom of my dad's ball sack.
You
I was
did.
I
You were
was
the top
I
of
was
the
the
top.
top.
No,
I was
hey,
the top
hey, you know
sperm,
what?
bro.
I
was
say
the-
this. I say
I
this
was
all
the
the
number
time.
one sperm in
I
the
say this all the time. Everybody who's living, everybody who's
Started
here,
from the bottom.
everybody who's living, everybody who's here, you're a fucking champion,
Yo,
bro.
you
were the
won the
first-
race.
You were the sperm cell that got to the egg first.
You won the
You're
race.
champion. Act like it.
I just wanted to point this out because I don't know why I thought it was funny. We were just talking about sperm and stuff. Going back to last week's Oklahoma game, the best sign that I saw was we wish Mayfield's dad would have pulled out sooner.
That is
Best
fucking
sign
clowning.
that I've
That's
ever
fucking
heard.
clowning.
Okay, we're done.
Yo, at the end of the day, after this stop or
Yeah,
for that
next
question, respect women. That's it.
Yeah, disrespect women.
Disrespect women.
Yeah.
Just nod your head.
You can spank them,
Oh,
but you just have to still respect them.
that's my girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Next question.
Hand me a beer.
All right.
Okay, I like that.
I
Okay.
do not want to know what you guys are doing in
We were
bed
talking about
together.
that. Didn't we talk about
We
that?
had a conversation.
We had a conversation
We don't want
like-
to know what our friends' sex lives are like.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah.
Like
I don't want to
I've
picture
heard,
you
I
two
think
having
all of
sex.
my best
I appreciate info from every.
No,
No,
we're
no,
just
that's
saying,
fine.
like-
I just don't want to picture
Yeah, I don't want to picture
them
it.
fucking.
I don't want to picture it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
because I know y'all. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to picture Driss and Sumi having sex.
Nah.
Like
I'm
y'all are like
cool. I'm
my
cool.
pseudo parents.
I'm cool.
Yo, it's
And
like,
y'all are
let's
both
walk.
young.
Yeah. I'm
All
cool.
right. Next one. Okay. What is the one thing you wish girls did in bed that they never do? Wait, and we're gonna go one by one.
Fuck. All right,
One
don't
by
start
one,
with me. Don't start with me.
because
Let
I
me
want to
think.
hear it
Yeah, let me
individual.
think.
I don't want everyone to
think.
yell it out. You're gonna have to jump into Nick. If you want to jump in on this one, you can.
Nick, you
Okay,
gotta
I got
jump
it. I
in.
got
This
you.
is a boy.
Nick's all of a
Nick's
sudden
just saying
saying.
out. Yeah.
Nick's like, no, y'all can go ahead.
That they
Well,
don't
Alpha,
do.
we'll start with you.
That they don't do.
They never do, but you wish they
Oh,
did.
that they never do.
Never?
Oh, well, there's not.
Not never, but you know.
Well, there's.
Every girl
How
does
about I say something that they do is I hate a dead fish. I think everybody could. But that goes back to the convo me and Bashir were having with a friend of mine yesterday. We had to tell her, don't be a dead fish in bed.
Oh
because
You
yeah.
had
she
to
said-
tell somebody that.
Well, I had to tell this specific friend.
They're just like, I just want to lay down. I just
she was
lay
like,
down.
I like just laying down.
I just
And
like
was
laying
no,
down.
don't
Like,
do that.
nah.
Don't be disrespectful because. And she was saying like guys never get her off or whatever. And I'm like,
Oh.
that's part of the reason, kiddo.
Yeah.
You need to fucking. Yeah, I'm being mad.
Yeah, let me jump
patronizing.
in that too, bro. Because
Yeah.
yo, every man out here should be eating a box.
Absolutely.
Wait,
Fucking
wait,
man
wait,
should be out here
wait,
eating
okay.
a
But yeah,
box.
that
you
would.
guys,
Oh, we
there
are
might be
never-
a question similar. Let's
Oh,
okay,
just-
okay, you're right,
let's
my
answer
bad,
this
my
one.
bad.
Not to
What
veer
do
off.
you-
Okay.
But
No,
yeah,
but let me take out never and say, what do you wish they did maybe more of?
Okay, how about this?
Let's say
more
of.
aggressive.
I'll start this.
I think it's dope when a chick's aggressive and more often than a lot of times.
Semi-aggressive though.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah, you don't want
Fighting
crazy.
and
You
biting.
don't
I
want
don't
crazy
like 'em too
aggressive.
aggressive.
You
Yeah.
don't like
Then
the
it's
girl
like-
going all Beyonce on you?
No, because then it's like how
Touch
many
my child.
you done got so comfortable with this, you done this a lot, so it gets in my head like,
like,
Could that be
Wait,
self-conscious though?
when
I mean,
you just
maybe.
whip out a whip from the back.
It's like,
and you
where'd
just
you get that from?
oh,
Where'd you get that from?
This is whip
Yeah.
time.
Yo, this could be a perfect time for you to tell that story. Though,
We got a story.
Yeah,
Oh,
tell the
God.
story.
Okay. So I won't name names because I've been telling everybody this story for a couple years now. But so my best friend, her boyfriend, they went to OU, but he said that his buddy, met this really hot girl at a bar, and not to, put him down, but he said this might have been the hottest girl that he would ever get with, ever. So he's like, you know what? I'm for sure gonna take her home, go the whole 9 yards. So he brings her home, and he goes into the bathroom, and he comes back out, and there's a tarp on the bed. And he's just like, well, she just looked too good. Like, I didn't even question it. And she pulled out a dildo. And she asked him if she could stick it in his butt. And he's like, you know what? Again, the hottest girl I've ever been with. I can't back down. So she put it in and she asked if she could blow him. And he said, sure, that's fine. I've never experienced this or anything. So she stuck it in his ass and she started blowing him. And he said she was amazing. And all of a sudden she told him to hold it and kept saying, hold it, hold it, hold it. And he's about to come, basically let go. And she said, no, hold it. The minute he came, she pulled out the dildo and he shit everywhere on the tarp. Everywhere. And obviously she knew. So the best part was, obviously the story has been told so many times, it's exaggerated. But the way he describes it, she grabbed the tarp, went outside, shook it off and watered it down and put it back in her bag and walked off. But he does claim 2 things that night. He said, never go for a woman with a purse that big because there's nothing that you should be prepared for at night. Everything should just happen on impulse. And secondly, that was the best orgasm of his entire life.
Lord.
But the best was she came prepared with the tarp, so she knew what she was doing.
Well, the Falcons and the Packers are going to be playing.
Yo. My butt is exit only. It's exit only.
Wow.
Only.
No matter.
But your G-spot, your G-spot is in your butt.
Your prostate gland is back there.
Your G-spot is in your butt.
No matter how many times I hear that story, it's still wild.
Never enticing though,
bro. I mean, like, it makes sense because you ever take
and I know this didn't happen. I just picture this woman grabbing the tarp, folding it, walking out on the porch, shaking it off, and
what kind of shit was it? Was it like, and just go,
bro? The scary part about it is that she's prepared, so she went out with the intention of doing that night.
Yeah.
Like
hold it.
I almost picture a Family Guy episode where it's just so ridiculous, but everyone's face.
And it happens to Peter too.
Yeah. I was picturing Peter.
I was gonna say Peter or Brian. Brian would get into that shit.
Nah, that shit would happen to Quagmire.
That's true.
You're right. You're 100% right. You're correct.
Yeah. Anyway. So.
What was the question? Holy shit.
Okay, so you guys actually have to answer this. What do you wish girls did in bed that I'm not gonna say never, but maybe do more of?
What I don't like, I don't know if that answer, but what I don't like is when girls have false confidence and we can see through it. And this is like, that turns me off.
What do you mean false confidence? Yeah.
There's different theories that I'm thinking of.
Like, say you meet a girl, she says, "Oh, I can do this. Oh, we can do this." But then when you get down to it, she can't. She's scared or she's not really about it.
Not to get graphic, but do you have like a
specific story?
I don't know, not a story, but anything specific.
Oh. Position.
I'm curious what girls say that they're down for, but they don't do.
But I'm not. I wasn't trying to get too specific, but I'm talking about in general. Just as far as, say, if you're talking to a girl, she's just saying her flirting is, y'all's flirting is on 2 different levels. Like with you talking, it's like you've been through it, you got the experience. When she's talking, she's acting like she's been through and got the experience.
Okay.
So then when you get in that situation, you thinking something like, "Oh, okay, this is about to be," but then she, like he said, she ended up being a dead fish. Then it's like, now you wondering why I'm not calling you.
Yeah,
I just feel like that kind of stuff you can't talk up.
Every time I hear a girl say, "Oh yeah, my pussy's fire," or like, "Oh yeah, my I mean, I've heard it before, like, "Oh yeah, my
under advertise, over deliver."
It's just like, stop. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I've
take that out of Charlamagne the God's book.
I don't think I've ever talked myself up, because in my mind, and you can vouch for this, I'm kind of the person that will just let my personality out upon first conversation.
Well, and again, people are different. Like, what's dope for one person is trash for another.
That's true.
So it's
like some niggas like dead fishes.
Yeah.
Some niggas like just like, yo, I'm gonna fuck that. You stay there. No, some niggas probably
kind of weird though.
There are dudes.
I don't for the first 1-2 times because it's new.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, was she bad? But after that, it's like, man, I'm bored.
Just gonna later. That's kind of like.
But then maybe that's something. Maybe that's something.
Rude.
Hey, to play a devil's advocate, maybe that's something the dude's doing wrong, because maybe she would be more active if it was the right guy.
Yeah, because there are times.
You never know.
There are times, because you can't always just expect. Because that almost makes it seem like the dude's the shit. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna, do something for me? It kind of just. I agree with Alpha. I was
just playing devil's advocate. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think you should be a dead fish per se all the time, because
don't let her be a dead fish.
That's a little.
Get
that's
up.
True.
Move her around. Be like, yo, turn over.
But my thing is,
a
dude is. I feel like a dude is willing to do more than what a female is willing to do.
Yeah, because there's more done to the female. naturally,
Yeah.
there is always more done.
So if
to
a girl is like, let me give you a blowjob, let me do this, let me try, he like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
But a girl's like, well, no, they kind of more hesitant on that. I mean, I guess it just depends on the
It
girl.
really depends on the girl.
I think it depends on the situation too.
Some people just less sexual, some people more sexual, some
That's
people
why-
in the middle.
Absolutely.
All right, peep this. Cup my balls while you suck my dick.
Whoa.
Cup my balls when you suck my dick. Roll around, you know.
Roll
get
around.
wet.
What do you
Yeah,
mean
know,
roll around?
Roll them around like you know those balls you play with? Go like this. Move it around, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
Morbius
you,
shit.
if you can't see it,
And
Bashir's
like-
swinging his
Yeah, I'm so
finger.
great.
No,
No,
yeah.
and
Your
there's-
fingers should be looking like
there's something
you
else.
should be like your hand should be moving like
when you
like
sucking
you're,
dick.
you know when you're moving the Rubik's cube.
Yeah, the Rubik's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That should
move
be that.
around. Yeah.
I
But
don't-
when you
I don't
sucking
think-
dick, yeah.
I don't
This
think
is-
head is a singular motion. There are many other.
Yeah, you can't just-
You have to be
you ju-
multitasking.
You can't just suck dick. I want the double pump.
You know what I like?
But
use
you
two
know-
hands.
but
You know what I
what's
like?
different?
Twist.
You
I
can
also-
spot- you
I
can
also-
spot-
Crack the pepper.
I was
Women
you
crack the
can
pepper.
spot somebody that's actually done that more versus somebody who's just a single, like
Yeah.
like you said, just the
Yeah.
one motion.
It's like
versus
they don't really
somebody
suck dick that
that's
much.
done it enough where they know. Like,
Hey, hold
it's
up.
a
But this
multi-
is why dudes are fucked up. Cause like if a girl's able to do all that shit and
You get insecure.
you're just like, well, how do you know how to do all that shit? So then it's just like, it's a
then
lose for the chick.
not a-
But
It's not-
that depends on the dude, because
I don't
I'm
give a
like,
fuck.
well,
I don't
fuck,
care.
I guess I found a
I just
golden
right now.
one.
Do you really think that, or are you?
No,
more
no,
like-
sometimes-
I'm just
I
more
don't
like,
think
hey, I
that.
found her.
no,
I
I
got
found
you right
her.
now. Where's she at?
Here's the
She's
thing,
on
I
your
don't.
dick.
Yeah,
You
well,
know what I
my
mean?
thing-
I know, I'm not saying you,
I'm
but
saying,
like, don't be self-conscious.
no,
she's
I'm
on your
saying
dick.
in general.
Okay, I'm just gonna
guys
say
think
this.
that way.
They
None
do.
of you
Yeah.
actually really truly answer the question.
I just told you.
But,
I
dude,
just
okay,
told
but
you.
shit,
You know what?
but
You know
we're
what I
gonna
like?
move on to-
That is
Yeah,
a
it is a
compliment.
You know what
I
else
mean,
I like?
like, yeah.
I
We
like
like
eye contact when I'm getting head.
I do too. In general, I like.
I don't.
fucking
You know
up-
what? I really
Oh,
don't want to
you
know about Sumie
no, no.
and Driss
You know,
talking about.
I know. I don't want to hear what y'all say. 'Cause I know
Out
who
of this conversation, man. Y'all can't be in this topic, man. This is not fucking fair.
Just don't answer any of this.
Driss, don't
Listen.
tell me what you like.
Yo, you know what I like? You know what I
Okay,
like?
moving on.
I'm done.
Moving
Yo,
on.
hold up,
Yo,
hold up.
yo.
I'm too-
Moving
Each other
on.
pointers and shit for the night. Like, hey, listen,
Sumie
I need
writing
more
shit
eye
down, like,
contact.
I gotta
on.
stay here tonight. I'm 2 doors down. I don't need to. I don't,
Sumie out here like crack
Moving
the pepper.
on.
Okay, I'm right this.
This nigga said I like eye contact.
Yo.
I don't need to know that.
All right, anyway.
You get eye contact when someone's not upside down.
All right,
not
smack
the
me with
other
another
way.
question.
Okay.
Well, all right, next one.
Damn.
Next
Shots are fired. I'm sorry.
question. Okay. What do dudes talk about when they are alone? And wait, I'm actually going to add to this. Let me add to this.
Yeah, way too
Yeah, I'm
big.
going to add to it. That's what I'm saying. So when I say alone, I mean specifically girls, when they come together after the next night of going out or whatever, they talk about who'd you get with, who'd you talk to, what'd you do last night, did you fight with someone? So I'm talking about like the night after a weekend. You know, that Sunday when everyone's talking about who they got with.
Well,
But I mean, in
I think-
general,
I know-
like, what is it? Okay, so honing in on hookups, honing in on who
Okay,
you
we're
talk
going.
to.
Okay.
Where
Relationships.
Did you, that kind of,
Dude,
who did you
dudes
see
really-
and what did you
most of, at least I'm going off of my guy friends. They're pretty short with it. Like, yo, did you get with her? Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And then we kind of leave it. We don't really.
But
ask
there's some
details like
guys
It's
that
okay to have a little detail, though.
Yeah, no,
like,
no,
hey,
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
little detail, man.
Yeah, no. I mean,
like she was
they
choking me
do.
and
They
shit.
do.
goddamn
Like
it.
if she was dope, they'll be like, yo, yeah, she was pussy.
I think guys
Some-
talk about it more if she's dope. If it was
Yeah,
like,
if
great.
it's not,
if it's
yeah,
trash, be like that's it.
it's not even if we won't even say it's trash.
Yeah.
We'll just be like, that's
Yeah.
cool.
She was
And then we
alright.
move- and then we
Yeah.
move on
But
to the
it's
next.
so funny because I feel like when girls ask each other's nights, and I've noticed it both ways, but when girls, they go, I mean, it's like,
You know what's funny?
what
Before you say
color
that,
shirt?
I'm not saying names, but me and a friend were leaving this couple of girls' houses. Well, not a couple of girls' houses, but 2 girls there, 2 guys. We're leaving. Before we left, they looked at us and said, "Oh, we're gonna talk about you. Oh, you know this." And I was like, "Go ahead. I did great. Talk about me." Like, you know, I love when women talk about me when I'm after it was a great time.
It's detail. I mean, I'm telling you, it's.
Yeah, I performed.
So Driss,
go
actually,
ahead, please.
you can
Right
you
notes.
can talk about this. So there was one night in my
Bro.
college apartment. So this was for everybody that knows, like Driss is best friends with my best friends, obviously. So
Bruh.
he's used to everything. But one day, you know, I always get up in the morning and I'm in the living room with all my
Don't even say.
girlfriends.
Don't say names.
When I say, and I'm in the living room with my girlfriend, and I think he's asleep, but he's not, because we get a text about an hour later, basically telling us to shut up from Driss. But you can tell him about.
Dog. So I'm just like literally in bed. Sumi gets out of bed and she thinks I'm asleep, so I'm just fucking around on my phone on Twitter. And she leaves the door open, and one of her friends come back from the night after she just had her walk of. She didn't have a walk of shame, but she was hooked up with some dude. And she's coming back. She's like, "Oh my God, blah blah. You don't believe it? I hooked up with so and so, and I sucked his dick for like an hour, but he didn't bust. Oh my God, I'm so mad.
Oh my God."
And then all the other girls are just reassuring her, just like, "Oh, it's okay. This happened."
I mean, reassuring meaning like, did you do this? Did you do that?
Yeah,
I mean, how long? How hard? Was
and
the
I'm just
intensity?
sitting-
I mean, it is.
I'm sitting here listening to this shit, just like, oh my God, like girls are crazy. So that's when Twitter was still a thing.
So yeah, so
Yeah, I want to.
I have a side question for that. Is that really like an insecurity for girls when that
guy can't nut?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and
I
I'm
think
not
so, yeah.
boasting in any way, but I just feel like I have to think it very rarely happens that that's the motive of it. To be honest, that is the motive. That's what you do. That is why you do it.
Do you feel more bad if you
No, I
got
feel
yours?
like
No.
John
Wait. Do you feel more bad if you got yours but he didn't get his?
No, I'm just competitive in that way. If I'm gonna do it, I need an end result. And
Girls
that
are
better
mad
be the
I
end
feel you.
result.
No. The thing is,
I feel like girls feel really bad when it, but sometimes you just be like, "Hey, it's me. I got whiskey
Yeah,
dick."
I'm not
real
nutting.
shit.
Yeah.
If you have sex with me while I'm drunk, odds of me having an orgasm is
But I'm not even saying-
because I get fucked up, and like
it's
I
gonna
don't
be
even know
like
where
3
I'm at
hours
half the time.
straight if I'm drunk.
Yeah,
bro.
like I'm not
just
even
gonna say
cognizant
that
of where I'm
haven't
at half the
experienced
time.
whiskey dick
Yeah, let's
for
let's
4
let's
years.
let's break this down basic. When you have sex,
Yo, way too much info with
I know,
Tristan
I'm
Sumie,
cool.
bro.
Yeah. Y'all can't have a conversation about sex. But yeah, the end motive of having sex is for both to nut, correct?
Sure.
Orgasm.
I mean, that's
orgasm,
kinda
not
what-
nut. You don't have
that-
to
that
actually
kinda
nut, but there's
declares
orgasm,
that- yeah,
right?
Alpha doesn't like when girls.
I
say
love.
that.
I hate
Sometimes
when
I-
girls say that.
can't believe
but you
girls
know
say
what?
that.
I eat.
Sometimes I use stuff like as like a get out of jail free card. Like sometimes I'll let you nut and I'll just get up and go. Like
I'm
I might
with
eat
that.
the box and get up and go.
I'm with that, but
Because
that's like,
that way
that's
it's like, hey, you owe me.
yeah,
Order that pizza.
it's a power move. It's a power move.
Yeah.
It's a power
You
move.
feel me?
Yeah, it's a power.
that.
Yo,
I like that. I like
if you
that.
if you eat a woman's box right, I'm talking about like toes curling, legs shaking, like trying to pull you away from her box. She'll do anything for you. She'll do anything for
I
you.
pray to God my family members never listen.
I
to
know.
This.
I got.
The
Yeah.
first thing I said to Driss was, I was like, "You cannot make this public to parents in any way. I don't
It's
know how you
public.
monitor."
My
It's on
sister
the-
asked me
it's
to
on the
listen to
tube.
this. I was like, "Don't listen. Don't
Parents
listen. You don't
are
want to."
us older.
They've
That's
been
it.
here.
Not
That's
all
it.
foreign
Yeah.
parents.
Always yeah, I don't know.
Foreign parents be like, Alpha, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
the fuck are you talking about with
You
your
are
friends?
You are talking about sex?
No way.
Crack the pepper.
What is this Rubik's Cube you are talking about?
I didn't know this nigga could do an African accent so
many
dope.
that was
languages
so
did you have
clean.
to
Yeah, that
learn?
was
Where are
good.
these
That was
boxes
so
coming
clean.
from?
That is 25 years of living with African parents.
That's true.
So.
Oh, Indian parents are the same.
You know what though? I think that adults can listen to this and take notes to hear what the younger kids are doing.
I
these
mean, we
days.
are adults too.
Well, older adults.
I don't want my mom.
We're
knowing
young-
I'm eating
young
box
We're
adults.
young
fire.
adults.
Hip.
Yeah,
Okay.
hip adults.
Okay, can I be honest? So, just I know this is kind of going off topic, but you have to be ignorant to believe if you have kids and you do not at least put your daughter on birth control or some sort of contraceptive, or you don't even have the talk, because you have to be ignorant to think they're going through school without getting any private parts touched,
Oh,
flicking
duh.
any
I'm
bean,
not having
going
a
through
daughter.
anything.
Yeah, well, if you do,
Flicking the bean.
That's a clip.
I'm not having a daughter.
yeah, if you do have a daughter though, you have
have
to
to
talk
be-
to
you
her,
have
bro.
to-
If you don't talk to her, she's gonna find out.
You
one way
either
or
talk to
another.
her or you talk about safe sex, because I'm sorry, in this generation, if your daughter ends up pregnant, I'm not saying it's your fault, but I'm just saying, was she comfortable coming to you? Was she
Exactly.
comfortable coming to you saying, you know what, mom, dad, or mom, let's say mom,
Yeah.
you know,
No, you're not talking to your dad
I
about that.
you know, experienced this, I'm
Actually,
doing this. You have to be
On the contrary, if I had a daughter, I want her to come to me about men. Sorry, your mom can't tell you about how other guys
well,
think.
here's the
I
thing.
can.
Come to you about men, but come to mom about how do I
Oh yeah,
do
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
for sure. I'll tell you.
safe sex.
It is an awkward conversation, but you gotta have it.
You know,
Okay,
you know
but
what,
it
I
is
want to know
awkward,
y'all.
but
I don't
that's
know.
not
I
fair
wanna
for
know your
you to go through
conversation.
your
Hey.
life going through it and then not inform your kids about it.
Have you
That's
guys having
unfair.
talk?
No, my parents
What?
signed me up for sex ed. And
I agree with that. Like I feel like the parents have to tell the kids, like, listen, I've been through this, I did this, and I feel like sometimes they need detail.
well, because
Yeah,
think about it.
you
When
wanna
you
be
were that awkward teen at that awkward age, the one thing you want is
I don't
to
like
feel,
this.
Okay, but I'm just saying, the one thing you want in the world is to feel normal. And if your parents are looking at you like you're weird while you're discovering your body and your sexual experiences, and then you go get pregnant. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? Oh, your parents really didn't know that when you come home at 1 a.m. and you look like trash.
Wow.
You're getting fucked.
I always looked at the kids. I always looked at the kids who like would stay out till 2 a.m. and their parents would just be okay with it when we were in high school. I'm like,
what did you think they were doing?
I was like,
they were not playing Monopoly. I'm sorry, nobody ever finishes a game of Monopoly.
You know what?
The only way out.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really just don't want.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
I don't want any of my kids in the future getting penetrated.
That's so you don't want to be a grandparent.
You don't want to be
ignorant
right now.
It sounds ignorant.
Hey, it is being ignorant.
So all right. Say you have a gay son. You don't want him getting penetrated. You want him to be the top.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, yes. That's a perfectly good way to put it.
Let me just say this because we are off topic. I'm just gonna end it at.
Yeah, I'll be like, son, get in there.
Yeah. You better smack that ass.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Hold on, why are you saying get in there? Are you watching your son fucking?
No, but I'm saying like, yo.
Listen,
it sounds like you're coaching. It sounds like you're coaching.
Get in
there, buddy.
It's more like a quarterback asking for the hike. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's the same way. It's the same way you would tell your son if he's fucking a girl. Like, yeah, go get the buns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If your son's gay, first off, I'm accepting. I don't give a fuck. If my
Same
child's
here.
gay. But like, go get the buns, bro.
I would be accepting, but it would be hard.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
You're allowed
not.
to. Here's the thing. You're allowed to feel like it's hard to accept, but don't you dare look at your kid and say, "I'm going to love you unconditionally."
That's my kid.
Because that is a
that.
condition you put on your love on
I
your
would never-
child.
But
That
when
is
you
a
see,
condition.
especially a son, if it's my son, it's like you're me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why?
Walk the path that I walked, or walk it better.
No. But you know why? That's a double standard because here's
It
the
is.
thing.
It definitely.
But that all goes back to men get off on, girl on girl action, but boy on boy action.
I don't kind of.
Okay, but I'm saying.
I want to see a girl get stroked.
Okay,
I like
but
a girl get
penetration.
let me
Yeah, I need
finish.
penetration.
Universally,
No
girl
dildo.
on girl action, I feel like is more accepted and
It
something
is.
that people.
That's true. This is facts. This is
because
facts.
I'll tell you this: girls don't look at two men, getting it on and think like,
But
girls.
then
Because
again,
they're too hard.
society-
We're hard. We're
society
hairy. We
shows us
stink.
that, too.
Don't nobody want to see us like.
Two pieces
fucking-
of meat
yeah.
slapping together.
Yeah, bro. Nobody
Girls
wanna
are
see
nice
that.
and delicate.
Yeah, they soft. They're like
organs
flowers.
are
It's like putting
nice.
two
Yeah.
flowers together.
Yeah.
Us is like smashing.
Have you seen
bricks.
a guy nut?
But
Have you
here's
seen
the
yourself when you nut? Look at yourself in the mirror when you nut. As a guy. As a guy. When you're stroking a girl, look at yourself when you're nut. You're not gonna like your face.
Bro, I think I probably won't have sex together.
Yeah, exactly. You don't like it. Yeah. I look
Okay,
away.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, I agree. It's not. I think your initial reaction does not have to be accepting, but I just don't feel like you can tell your
It's
kid
hard.
you love them no matter what when that is
Obviously.
a condition that you're saying. I love you, but do you have to be?
No,
there?
no,
Here's the thing.
you-
The reason I would want my child to be straight is no.
You can question it. You
The
can,
reason-
but you're not allowed to deny how they feel
Yeah.
or make them feel less of a person.
Don't
Right.
don't
The
ever
reason
make them less
the
than
reason
that.
I would
like
want
that.
my child to be straight is because their life will be easier. If you're straight, your life's easier. Yo,
Yeah.
you gay, your life is a lot.
But the
more
thing
difficult.
is, I agree with that to a certain extent. But adversity builds different people,
That's
man.
true. That's
So some
true.
stuff, some adversity, you don't want them to go through, but sometimes they need
Can
to go
I
through it.
also-
And that's how you make a Frank Ocean.
That's what I was thinking about that right now.
But
Like,
you know what the fear? I think the biggest fear between dads accepting a gay son, and I truly think what it
it's
is.
always the dads.
But you know what I think it is I think their fear is we're not gonna do the things a father and son gets to do. You're not gonna like sport, but but that's
yeah.
not the case. You just have a different sexual preference, but that doesn't mean you don't like sports. That doesn't mean you don't like to go hiking. You don't like to lift. You don't like to do.
It's a
active.
bonding. You feel like you saying like you would lose that bond
Right,
between them.
But do you literally sit there and discuss your sex life with your son, or do you discuss sports?
Some dads do.
Some dads do,
But-
but here's what I'm saying.
I don't with my
I-
dad.
But would that interfere?
Can I-
like,
can I add
if you,
another
if,
factor?
If you told your dad like, "Hey man, I'm gay," blah blah blah. Would your dad? I feel like
But as
you
a
would.
dad, how often do you really discuss your sex life with your son?
But I mean, I'm not trying to be against him or bash him, but you would literally put that. You would. It wouldn't be an all day thought, but you would categorize it in everything. So, say if we went to go lift, it's a thing. Once you lift, and you looking at a girl like, "Damn, bro, look at that." Oh, you can't do that because it's like
you bump
he
your
might
son-
be looking at one of these guys in
Hey,
here.
you
But,
give your son a
you
little-
can, I agree. But sometimes that could be the same for a straight man in a relationship that you're lifting with. You might not be as inclined to ask somebody else who's married and you're single.
yeah.
Look at that girl. Look how hot
Actually,
she looks.
no,
And they
I
might
don't-
just.
I
But
still would.
but we still have a
You would.
a small bond because it's like even though he's married, he still likes girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
But
still be
they're
like
not
her
as
ass is
inclined.
fat.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I
then
feel like you just
also-
lose the bond.
Yo,
But
are we
say
are we adding religion into this?
That plays
that's gonna go too
No,
far.
it does. It plays
I'm
a
saying
it
it plays a factor
far.
for
It
me.
plays a factor for some
Then
people.
because
It does,
the
it
thing
does.
is like
That plays a big. I
the
mean, it
best
is a huge
thing
factor.
I want to see my kids in heaven, you know. But I'm not saying you're going to hell. Lord knows what's gonna happen, you know.
See,
But
but
people
this,
think
this,
we think
this
that
branches
Muslims-
off to so many different.
I know,
things.
but that's the thing. As a child, it's like, yo, I don't care what you do, but I do care what you do, and I do want to. I believe this is the way to go to get here. If you don't
My
believe
thing
it,
is,
So-
I want the easiest life for my kid.
Also, you know, just because you brought up religion, it also comes down to like we're all like us three are African,
Mhm.
so it comes down to the
That's
community.
culture, though.
Like
Yeah.
the culture, like it comes down to every single like area that you come from. There's a community.
Yep.
So will that kid be accepted into the community?
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
think it's as much
And
religion
again-
as it is culture
I
because
say
I
culture,
think
yeah.
I think families and especially our parents and the what are they Gen Y? I'm confused.
Their
Gen
generation,
X?
they're baby boomers /
baby
Gen
Well, no,
Xers.
they're I
Yeah.
think they're right after Gen. Okay, yeah.
They
they're-
can
Wait,
be
so what
Gen X.
generation are we? Are we?
We're millennials.
Millennials. So
We're
that'd be
millennials.
Generation
Hey.
Y.
Y, we're
Y
But
specifically.
Millennials.
I think personally that parents are more afraid of society acceptance,
Absolutely.
but us,
So-
we're not as afraid of that.
But again, it goes
I
back to
don't
what I said
think-
earlier. It is
Easier life. Easier life.
Is what makes your life
Yeah.
easier.
But in this day and age,
I
if
don't-
your child were to come out versus even when we were young,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a
yeah.
big
Oh,
difference.
it's a
That's
whole
a
different
much
thing.
big
Again,
That's
difference.
the thing.
bringing a little bit of politics in the 2004 general election. Like George Bush literally got reelected because of the issue of gay marriage. Like people were still not with that.
Yeah.
But how we progressed. immensely over the last
Obama
thing.
didn't
Yeah, in
accept
09,
gay marriage when
2009.
but then he grew into. He
Well,
Well,
allowed
first
it.
But
off, I
that's just
think he
because-
accepted gay
I think
marriage.
he accepted it. I
Yeah,
think it's
he
just like
didn't
that's
wanna-
where the money was at.
Yeah.
Irks me, bro. It's not them.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just
going
what their
off of-
campaign and
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
they want to win.
Absolutely.
So
That's
that's
it.
the reason
It's
why I
winning.
don't
It's
care
winning.
about
Yeah.
politics because it's
fake.
never them person. If you sat down and talk with Obama, he might talk exactly like this,
Real talk.
or he
No,
might
yeah,
talk about
absolutely.
nothing like this.
Obama. Oh,
But I feel like he kind of spoke to his.
Obama had the most charismatic.
Charismatic.
Yeah. Personality of any president we've ever had, but we don't know him.
No, you don't really know.
You don't know any.
It goes
You don't
back
know
to-
none of these
It
people.
goes
You don't
back
know
to
any of
what
this. What
Alpha's
my dad said.
That's the best theory.
yeah. Well, it
No,
was what my
Alpha's dad
said.
gave the best advice, and we said it last week on the podcast. But I'm.
But yeah, look, just because if you admire if they're famous, you admire their talent. You do not admire them as people.
Yep.
You don't
Yeah.
know them as people.
Yeah.
Other than Allen Iverson.
I fuck with AI, but even then, no, I fuck with him. Yeah, but I fuck with his talent. I didn't know him as a person.
right.
You
But
shouldn't-
I think that is the best advice
Yeah.
that anyone has given.
When I
because
was
that is
little,
so
I
true.
wanted braids. and
Although I will
everything.
say, I recently just saw an interview with Steve Bannon. I think it was on CBS. It was on one of those channels,
Mhm.
and he was like,
Oh.
he gave it up to Obama. He was like, this dude is indestructible. Like we couldn't find anything on the guy. I admire him for that, and it's
Yeah.
that speaks a little bit to it. But yeah, let's tell. I don't want to talk politics.
You guys,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna.
let's talk
I'm gonna go back
politics.
to the. We're just gonna end.
Let's go to
the
the-
questionnaires on a light note because I think this one's a funny one. I
Alright.
knew it was gonna get intense because everything comes back to religion and politics. But
Yeah, for
so the
some
last
reason.
one is: do you guys care if they're real or fake? And
Oh,
this is
I like
you
it
know,
real.
the two body parts. Do you care
Ass
if
and
it's real
titties?
or
Ass and
fake?
titties?
Yeah, the two body parts that are.
I like
First of all,
real.
I'm telling you something. I've never fucked a fat ass, or not a fat ass, a fake ass. My bad. I fucked fat asses. Yeah,
Everybody-
I've
So
never.
sorry.
I think
Everybody-
everyone looked at me. I was
Oh,
like,
God, intervention. for-
That
Nah,
sucks.
I've never fucked a fake ass.
How do you know?
Cause I know
No, you can
what a-
tell.
what a
You can
fake
tell.
ass is.
Wait, can we just go back to that night at Brothers?
You can definitely tell because
Oh,
they'll-
yeah.
Hey, hold
Fake
up. We don't shout out that establishment ever. Fuck that
Sorry.
place.
Ever,
Whatever.
ever,
Ever.
ever. Nah, you
Whatever.
nigga, you said ever. With the swing on your
Yeah,
eyes
hey,
too.
I'm not.
and the
yo,
talk.
I'm not allowed
Ever.
to talk.
That
Yeah.
one bar down in
Talk.
the arena.
Go talk.
Does
Talk.
anybody remember Miss Little Chicken Legs and then
Yes.
ham?
Biggest
It was
Yes.
a pound
There was like
ham
two of them, right?
on a-
No, there's only. I remember.
No, there was two. There was two.
of them.
One was sitting down. One was standing up.
Oh my god! I just
It was
remember.
like pretzel sticks
it was to
holding
the
up
point-
your Thanksgiving
It was
ham.
to the point
That's
where I
your-
could see
whatever
other
Christmas
niggas
ham.
around her having
That's what it was.
conversations, asking whether it was real
What
or
did
not.
Driss do?
And I,
No, everyone knew it was fake.
No, what did Driss do?
I was like, bro, they have to be having the same conversation as us right now
Mhm.
because like that definitely is fake, but I can't tell. So I went up and asked them their opinion, and they started laughing. Like, can you tell that
They
we were having that
dapped him up.
Yeah, and then we all became best friends over the fact that she might have a fake ass.
She had a face.
Shit was
That
so
shit was
fake,
fake.
bro.
That
It
shit
was
was
100% fake.
But going back to the question, I want all of you guys to answer this because this is a lighter note. We
Yeah.
need to end on a lighter note. But do you care if
I
they're
don't.
real or
I
fake?
don't.
Let's go. Let's start with Bashir.
Okay, Bashir.
I don't. It depends on her, the person. If she walks around like, yeah, I do have fake ass, yeah, I do have fake boobs. Look at me. then nah, obviously I'm not even gonna talk to you. You know, we're not gonna have this conversation. You have to be a good person in general. So if you're a good person, the sex is always gonna be good. If we vibe together, don't matter if it's fake, if it's small, if it's big.
My opinion on that is
actually let's ask. I don't want no fake boobies.
So to me, it's like am I just hitting for the night?
Ooh.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
that's
true.
me.
True.
That's me.
True.
But if it comes to me actually being with that person, you're really that insecure about yourself to the point
Whoa.
where you have to get that shit. And why would I even want that?
Do you think that's insecurity?
I definitely think that's insecurity.
Okay, all right. I mean,
I definitely think that's insecurity.
Some girls just want to get big boobs.
But that is
that's insecurity.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not.
Again, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Sometimes it's not insecurity. Sometimes they just don't have as much confidence. You feel what I mean? They want more.
But the thing is, who are we to tell?
Like maybe they still feel like they the shit, but they like I can be more of the shit.
Who am I to tell you what to do with your body?
I mean, but at the same time, I can say this: you are not fucking Nicki Minaj. You don't have that platform already where people are looking at you. So you're doing this just for an extra 50 likes on the gram.
Right. To what you doing that? To what Bashir said. All right, you said who are you to judge her for what she wants to do?
Not judge her, just tell you what to do.
Tell you. All right, tell her who is she to say, hey, you're supposed to like this because I got this?
She's not. Is she saying that?
Well, there's some girls who do say that.
Okay,
no,
then I don't like
to
those
like
girls.
it, but just accept it.
Yeah,
accept it.
Well, yeah, exactly. You don't have to accept anything though. Like, you don't
they
have
get
to.
mad at you if you don't accept stuff like that.
That's what it comes down to,
listen,
being a good
just
person.
Leave me be. I don't like it. Let me go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Do I vibe with her?
As long as you're not being disrespectful, that's my thing. Just don't be disrespectful.
First of all, never be disrespectful to women.
But at the same time, that just comes down to I'm just sitting for the night, so I don't.
Yeah, if I'm hitting for the night, then
if it's a one night type of thing,
I can care less if I'm hitting for the night.
Nick, mind you, we have Nick on here.
That's good.
What's your opinion on this, dog?
My opinion is I never seen or been with a girl with fake tits or ass, but if I were to like stumble upon one, I don't know, bro.
You would hit.
I'd hit, but I feel like it'd be weird because.
Yeah, it'd be good for a story, bro. I'll do it.
Yeah. I guess it'd be good for a story.
All right, and this is a question. This is a factor too. Do I know it's like that girl I brought? Do I know it's fake? Can I see that it's fake, or did she tell me like after? She's like, "Yo, this is a fake."
I don't think she'll tell you.
You can tell from the size.
I don't think she'll tell you.
Some girls don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
They just want a little bump.
Some
just
girls,
a little.
I saw some fake asses that look like ass.
And at the same time, it might not even be fake asses. They might just have those like little, what are those like little push-up panties? For
that's the thing I'm saying, because
cutlets in the ass pads.
Yeah.
Because if it looks fake, I'm not gonna be attracted to you in general. So
I mean, at the same time, if you got the drunk goggles on, regardless, you're gonna look. So you'll take it home. I think these girls just do it for the attention. That's why I'm saying like I would hit that night of.
Okay.
I don't
quick
care.
question: is it attention or is it just insecurity?
It's both. Yeah.
I think attention and insecurity kind of reside in the same.
No, I don't know. I think you could split. I think you could split them though. Like some people just really like to, they want it for the likes. Yeah. Other people just want it because they
adjacent. I still feel like they're adjacent to
really.
They're a little bit similar. Like the difference between attention is what type of attention. Because being honest, coming from someone when you're in a relationship for so long, sometimes outside attention is nice. It is nice because you have to be reminded. I still got it. Like sometimes you just want to be reminded.
Driss, how do you feel about that, huh?
Who and where? I'm just joking.
But what I'm saying is insecurity is when you take it that step further.
Yeah.
Insecurity is when you go get that implant.
See,
you go and hook up with that person that makes you feel better than who you're with. Insecurity drives you to that one level of extreme.
Damn, Sumie, you should have your own like sex talk podcast. Some shit.
Dude, so
he's bodying this shit.
Like I said, I think like the girls that do it that are already famous, like you got the Katy Perry's, you don't know if her boobs are real or not.
They look pretty real to me.
Whatever.
We don't know.
Fucking
I'm just
Nicki Minaj, fake ass, everything. Fucking Iggy Azalea. You can't like they do it just for their career.
I thought hers was real.
Nick, I don't.
I think Iggy's is real. That shit be moving, bro.
Is she even relevant anymore? Does she have a career?
We don't need to listen to her music.
Yeah.
I'm saying
she has nothing.
Anyways, my point is they're doing it for their careers because they just need to be seen in that light. They want more. They want as much attention as they can get. To them, any publicity is good publicity.
That's what was the question? Do you care if it's real or fake?
So in the time,
it depends on the person, dog. Me, because are we talking relationships or are we talking about like what you said, the one night fuck, one night fuck's a one night fuck.
Okay, so all right, in a relationship, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, okay. In a
relationship.
Now, is she getting it done?
In a relationship, if I love her, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if I vibe with her. If
she gets it after, if she gets it after,
I'm getting collagen lips because I always wanted them. If you don't care,
we're done. I'm just joking.
It's over.
I'm just joking. But anyways, I think
exactly. You love her.
What?
Do what makes you happy.
Let's
don't
wrap.
go
hold on. Before we wrap, I got a quick question for Nick in his Saturday night because he had an interesting story.
What's
I don't know if
good?
he wants to put it out. Actually, put it out there, Nick. You're on here. So what you do Saturday night
Well, I had
before we end?
we went to Penn's. First of all, that was all right. But after that, we went to the gay club, not the bar, the club.
Access?
bro.
Access.
Bro.
I didn't even know that was a club.
I've been
Bro,
there.
it was a.
You been there?
Yeah, with my ex.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
Which one?
It was an experience.
Don't worry about it.
What was all right? So because none of us here, minus Bashir, have ever been to a gay
It's
club.
wild.
So what was that like?
It's flamboyant. That's all I can say.
It is very it is very flamboyant.
Yeah, last night.
It's a
last
lot of
night.
lights, a lot of
He
smoke.
got his titties rubbed.
Oh, did you get your titties rubbed?
No, I'm just joking. No, you didn't.
I was about to say.
No.
See, that's the thing about.
We were with girls, other girls, but we were with a couple gay guys.
Yeah.
It's usually
a
like
couple of our friends.
This is girls usually like it.
Yeah,
Girls
it's
like
usually the
girls
girl-
want to do it.
It was
Girls usually want
It
to
was
do
both.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it wasn't. See,
It was an
I
experience.
don't. I'm not homophobic at all, so I don't give.
I don't think
and
anybody
me
here-
either.
Yeah,
But it's
like I
anybody
have,
really is.
and I was with my girlfriend.
It was still an
right?
experience.
My ex. So I was in there. I was just like, I was just not intrigued, interested. Like, yo, what's going on in here? What y'all doing in this club? I'm
So
looking
why-
around.
Oh,
I'm
my
looking
bad.
around. I'm like, yeah, niggas are twerking on niggas. All right, then that's what's happening.
Yeah.
What
So
is
was
that?
that?
What do
Was
you
that?
mean?
Was that? Hold on. I want to ask Nick what specifically was weird about that? Like just being there. What was obviously it's a bunch
see,
of dudes, but like
I've never been exposed to like people like
they were
not ca-
comfortable
not-
with
yeah,
themselves.
Yeah,
Not be
exactly. Not
comfortable, yeah.
caring, not giving a fuck what other people think. They were
That's
just
what
doing
was-
them. You
it
know,
was
which
cool,
was
though.
cool. Which
It
was
was cool,
great.
right?
Which
Yeah.
is great. Yeah,
That's-
it was a great.
That is, if
experience.
there's one thing I will say about gay dudes, they don't, even though the
They
flamboyant,
don't give a fuck.
yeah, they could be mad flamboyant, but they don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
And having that sense of confidence,
I love that they
being
don't
able
give
to
a
not
shit.
give a fuck about anything.
And they have mad fun when they're drunk and
Yeah.
shit,
They
bro.
do.
They're
Yo,
in there
gay-
just,
but
like,
that's what I-
wilding out, bro. It's
That's what I like about
common.
society. Like society gonna make sure, even through like progressive whatever, it's gonna make sure that you're gonna find a safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
A safe place. I
Like
guess.
everybody, like no
Everyone
matter
has
where
a
you
safe
feel
haven.
left out,
Somewhere.
you're gonna be left out with the other left outs, which makes y'all a group.
Yeah.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
subgroup,
it's good.
and y'all can come together and do your thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody was having
Yo,
fun
and
in the club
and they make
last
the
night.
strongest drinks.
Yes,
Sure.
They make the
God,
strongest.
they-
Shout
they
out.
sure
I
do.
only
Shout
had-
out.
I only had-
Shout
I only
out.
had
What's the
beers,
other one?
but-
What's that joint across from it?
uh,
Union.
yeah. I don't really like shouting out bars, but yeah, I guess we'll shout out the gay
No,
bars.
yeah, Union. I mean, they
Niggas
make
better
great
cut the
drinks.
check.
Do they make?
Yeah.
Do they not make great drinks?
They
They
got
do
good
got
food.
great food too.
They have great food.
Yeah, but
Steak
I think
nights? Steak nights. Let's do this. Wednesday. Okay.
yeah, man, but it's about time that we wrap this up for the week. So I want to say this: we are finally on iTunes.
Hey.
Stop it up.
Drop the clothes bomb.
If we had the DJ effects, I put that shit in there, but
Yeah.
no. So
we need
follow
a
us on Instagram at S Sundays Podcast. You could also subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. That'd be
And
pretty
iTunes.
shit.
Follow or
us.
die.
Subscribe
Yeah,
us on
subscribe to
iTunes.
us on iTunes as well. Those
We're on
plays
this-
will add up, and that'll be dope as
For
fuck.
real,
for us.
follow.
But anyways, I hope y'all have a safe Sunday. One.
Oh, shout out everybody's. Yeah, you can follow me too. First of all, follow me Snapchat.
Anyways.
IG.